All right, here we are on the last video of this SkiDoo primary clutch. This is the drive clutch on a 2002, or it's probably 2001 to 2003, anywhere in there. The old ZX chassis MXZ800. This probably applies to the 600, the 700, and a bunch of different models. I think they had this similar clutch for a lot of years. So on the previous videos, I showed how to get these bushings out. They're a real pain in the butt. You got to heat it up with a torch to try to break the bond of that Loctite. It's got like a permanent type of sleeve Loctite. And I take it out in little pieces and then try to just pry it out. So you can see that on the other videos. This is the small one that goes in this spring retainer cap. And yeah, that one was even more stubborn. So you can see how much beating I had to do on that thing to get that thing to peel away from the aluminum. So, okay, well, that was the hard part, I hope. The next thing we got to do here is you need some special Loctite 680. Now, my local shops didn't have it, and I have to get this sled back together. So, two shops had this Permatex sleeve retainer. I'm going to use that. I think I would suggest you use the SkiDoo Loctite 680 recommendation. I'm going to give this a try just because it's available. And if you go online to Loctite, it'll show you how close the nearest distributor is that has a full selection of products. And it was 92 miles from where I live. So the instructions on this particular stuff I'm using is to clean it well with the solvent material. I did that last night, so I cleaned everything. And it says apply it to both surfaces, which means the outside of this bushing and the inside diameter of this. One more thing to mention, I guess it's obvious, but this side is smaller diameter, meaning there's a step here, so you have to press it in from this side. So if you look close, there's a little like 1 millimeter lip here at the bottom. That's going to be where we bottom out that bushing. Similar on this one, if you look close, you'll see that down on this bottom side here, there's a little like 1 millimeter lip. So there, the light and shadow make it pretty obvious right there. Okay, so we're going to be pushing that one in from this direction. All right, I've got a couple different sockets here. I put some tape on them in case I have to, you know, actually go metal to metal rather than use my little wooden blocks here. So we'll see how it works. All right, let's get this going. And I shook this up real well, kneaded it a little bit. Maybe even put the first drop in a paper towel or something, see how it looks. If it's too watery, you know, maybe don't use that first drop. Okay, I'm gonna just put a bunch of this on here. It'll take a minute or two. I believe this is the type of Loctite or Permatex that dries in the absence of air. So even though you kind of interference fit these things together, the lack of air will help it cure. So it's kind of a weird material. All right, so without getting it all over everything, I'm going to try to get it in here. Actually use my gloves a little bit. Get a liberal amount in there. And we can always wipe up the excess. It takes 24 hours to cure. So get both surfaces good. And see how this works. Okay. There's not really an orientation to where the cut is. So I'm just gonna put it wherever. Okay. And I think I'm gonna start with a little piece of scrap wood and just push on that. So let's get it started kind of square. And see if it'll cooperate. Okay. Well, I think the that bonding agent worked kind of like a lubricant. It helped it actually go in a little easier than I thought. So a couple taps, and let's check that it's bottomed out in there. It looks like it is, but I've got this socket here I can also use. It's the same diameter as the bushing itself. So maybe I'll give that another tap, just make sure it's all the way home. Okay. And make sure you didn't get a bunch of that stuff all over your surface of your CVT there. Okay, make sure the bushing itself is clean inside. Okay, looks good to me. All right, that wasn't too terrible. Now we'll go do the other one next. I'll set that aside. Okay, here's the cap. This one we're going in from this direction here. And let's go ahead and get some of this on here. Now this bearing's a bit taller. I guess I wouldn't say it's twice the height, but it's significantly taller, so there's going to be more friction going in on this one. And maybe there's similar surface area, we'll see. All right, that looks like plenty. Let me move that around a little bit. There we go. And let's see how this one goes. It started kind of square. Now this one's recessed. You can see there's like a chamfer there, so we're only going to be able to go down so far with this one. I'm probably going to bottom out. And this one's taking a little bit more. Maybe it wasn't completely square there for a second. Okay, now I have a socket, and we're going to try to send it the rest of the way. So I'm working inside in my kitchen, and it's wicked loud, echoey with the tile. I gotta go just a little bit more. Okay, that should do it. All right, so that's the basics, at least the way I'm doing it. Hope it helps. I didn't see any other videos out there of anyone installing these, so for what it's worth, that's what I'm doing. Good luck with your project. See ya.